Hey there, CJ Math students. Welcome to homework number 114. So yesterday we talked about the median, which is the middle number in a data set, making sure that that data set is ordered from least to greatest. If there are two numbers, you add up those two numbers in the middle and divide by 2 to find the middle. And we talked about the mode, which is the number that occurs the most in a data set. If two numbers occur equally the most, they are both mode, and if no numbers occur the most, then there is no mode. Today we're going to talk about the range. The range is the difference between the lowest and highest values. So you're going to take the biggest number and subtract it by the smallest number, making sure that they're obviously ordered from least to greatest. The biggest number is often called the maximum, and the smallest number is often called the minimum. So you'll see here, biggest number 8, minimum 2, 8 minus 2 gives you 6, the range is 6. And then we're also going to talk about the mean. The mean is a fancy word for the average or norm. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to add up all the values to find a total, and then you're going to divide by the number of values you have. So 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. There are 7 total values. So when you add those up, you got 32 divided by 7, and you get a decimal 4.57. You can often get a decimal for the mean. So that means out of all these values, on average, we get a 4.57. You can think about averages constantly. Like your grade is an average. How many points per game you score is an average, right? It's kind of taking all these different points in time and trying to figure out what they would be if you just took a snapshot of it at a moment. So you are going to be working on the Buzzmath level of calculating the range, minimum, maximum, and mean. So it says Jose is looking at the data, shows the number of meals served by each waiter at his restaurant. Here's the data: 30, 31, 38, 43, 55, 43, 40, 34, 47. What is the minimum value of the data? So notice it's not ordered, so you kind of have to scan through here and be like, okay, the smallest number there, boom, 30. Once you have 30, type it in, hit check, and move on. It says Natalie notes the ages of the people at a family party. Here's the data: 35, 57, 55, 20, 44, 16, 55, 53. It says what is the maximum value of the data, not the minimum, the maximum. So you're looking for the biggest number here. Again, you got to kind of scan, and 57 is the biggest number there. So that is the maximum number of years, how old somebody is, right? And it says Elijah is looking at the data, shows the number of seconds he spent underwater during his competition. There's the data. What is the minimum of this data? So again, looking for the smallest number. So scan through here, and it's 12.2. Make sure that you understand that you were just talking about number of seconds he spent underwater. So that's why it's seconds. If you type in the wrong unit, you will get it wrong. And I messed up. It was 10.5. So an example of me scanning too fast might happen to you. So just hit retry the question. Might give you a new question, but 10.5 seconds, and then move on. All right. Then some more questions about the maximum, and then it's going to ask you about the range. So remember, go back to your notes here. The range is the largest number, the maximum, minus the smallest number, the minimum. So it might be helpful to get a pencil paper out here in order for you to write that down. So as you scan through this, we've got 14.7 is our biggest number. And then you might have to line up these numbers on the decimal to see what the smallest one is, but it's pretty clear that 8.23 is the smallest number. So 14.7 minus 8.23 will give us our range. And our range here is 6.47, and we're looking at in minutes. It says Michaela recorded the time in minutes, so minutes, right? Making sure that you're getting your units correct. Here it says what's the range of the data. Again, you're taking the biggest number here, scanning through, so 93 seems to be the biggest number at the moment. 93, there's another 93. Okay, so 93 is the biggest number, and then scan through what's the smallest number. 37 seems to be the smallest number. 39, okay, 37. So 93 minus 37 gives you your answer of 56. And what were we talking about? We were talking about the number of tickets sold. So 56 tickets. All right, so that's how you find the range. All right, so now mean is the average. It says do not round, so you're might have a decimal here. And remember, how do we find the mean? Go back to your notes. It says mean is add up all the values to find the total, and then divide the total by the number of values you added together. All right, so we go back here. We're going to add 87 plus 94 plus 98 plus 89 plus 94. That gives me a total of 462. And then I say, okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Divide by 5. So I get 92.4. And this says grades in percent, so percent. And that's how I find my mean. All right, so again, this one will ask you to find your mean. It says do not round. This is a whole bunch of these where they ask you to find the mean. So look, I'll just do, call it this one right here, 68, 69, 69. So 68 plus 69 plus 69 gives you 206. Divide by how many do you have? You have 3. So it's 68.666 repeated, and then to round it to 67. So that's how that one matches up with that one. You get the idea on there. I'm not going to do all of them for you. All right. And then the very last one, it says 4 friends are told the average mean of their grades is 86.25. Elijah got 88, Grace got 95, Kayla got 90. Jordan's grade was not revealed. What did he get? Here's how we do this. We're going to set up an equation. So these test scores right up at the top, 88, that's Elijah, 95, that's Grace, Kayla, that's 80%, and then X is Jordan, because we don't know him. We know that 4 friends took the test, and we know if we took their total, which we don't know it, but divided by 4, we get 86.25. So the first thing you want to do is, let's go ahead and get rid of this fraction. When I see division, what do? I multiply both sides by 4. So, because there were 4 friends, I'm going to get rid of the fraction by timesing by 4, timesing by 4. These 4's right here will cancel out. Everything at the top will get dropped down, 88 plus 95 plus 80 plus X. Use your calculator to figure out what 86.25 times 4 is. That gives you 345. And now we got a whole bunch of like terms here. We got 88, 95, and 80 that we can add up together. So 88 plus 95 plus 80 gives you 263. And now, hopefully, you recognize, oh, it's our old friend, a nice, easy one-step equation, right? I got 263 plus X. I just go ahead and say I can add negative 263 or just subtract 263 since there's no negatives here. And I'll get my answer of X equals 345 minus 263, which is 82. So that means Jordan's score, in order for this average to be true, is an 82. So go back to your Buzzmath, type in 82, make sure you got percent sign, hit check, and there you go. So if that last one was difficult for you, I would definitely rewind and rewatch before answering it in Buzzmath so you don't have to do it like 10 times. And once you're done with this, there are some new ST Math levels today, so do your 20 minutes of ST Math, and then make sure to email me saying that Buzzmath is done. I did my 20 minutes, and Mr. Mason, here's the code word from the Canvas video. That's it. Have a good one.